Hello developers, welcome back to .NET Pramana. If I ask you one simple question, where does WhatsApp run? Where does Amazon website run? Where does your bank's app run? Not on your mobile, not on your laptop. They run on cloud servers. Today, I am going to explain Azure from beginner point of view. Okay? No confusing words, no theory overloaded. By the end of this video, you will clearly understand what Azure is, why it is used, and how beginners should learn it. Okay, so let's start with a most basic question. What is Azure? Microsoft Azure is a cloud computing platform. What is that? Cloud computing platform. But what does that actually mean? Azure means Microsoft owns very powerful computers, and allow us to use them through the internet. Instead of buying our own servers, we rent Microsoft servers. Okay. Now, simple comparison you see that just like you don't buy a cinema hall to watch a movie, you buy a tickets, right? Same way, you don't buy a servers. You pay Azure and use them. Right? Correct. Okay. Now, why Azure exists? Okay. Now let's understand why Azure was created. Before cloud, I mean olden days, earlier companies used physical servers. They had to buy costly servers, install OS manually, maintain power and cooling, hire servers admins, handle crashes at midnight. If server fails, website down, business loss. Right? After cloud, after Azure cloud, Azure removed all these problems. With Azure, no server purchase, no maintenance, no hardware tensions, automatic backup, high security. That's why real companies use Azure. Okay. What can you do with Azure? This is very important. Azure is not one thing. It is a collection of services. Collection of services. You can use Azure to run websites, run backend APIs, store files and images, use the databases, add login systems, build AI applications. Basically, any application you imagine can run on Azure. Okay. Now, very important Azure basics terms we are going to learn. It is very important for the beginners and as well as experienced persons. So first, we will see, you are able to see the screen. First, we will see the subscriptions. So remember here, I am not going anything inside here. I am just explaining them. What is this terms? Later we will go inside that and we will do practically later video. Okay. Remember this. First, we will see this subscription. Okay. So subscription is your main Azure account. Okay. All money billing happens here. Think like your mobile SIM plan. Next, we will say resource group. Okay, this is very important resource. So remember this. So anything you create in Azure is called a resource. Example: website, database, storage, servers. Okay. So whatever we create in Azure, right? It's called in the resource. So in this resource only, there is specific resource group. Okay, resource group is a like a folder. Okay, what is this? It is folder. It is like a folder. Okay, so inside one folder you keep related things, right? Golden rule. Remember this: delete resource group. Whatever we create resource group right here. So it will be, if you delete, right, complete everything inside is deleted. Okay, remember always this. Okay, now next we will see very important like virtual machines, app services and storage account SQLs. Okay, and before that there is a region. So region means where the server is physically located. Example, Central India, South India, East US. Choose the region close to user for speed. Okay, now most important Azure services, very important. First one is the, so virtual missions. What is it? Virtual missions. So virtual means online computer. You get Windows or Linux computer on internet. Use when you want full control, legacy applications. Okay, VM is costly. Remember always this. You, if you forget to stop it, okay, you always remember that. That's why beginners, I always suggest that avoid the virtual missions. Okay. Next, app services. Next is the what? App services. Okay, so app services runs your website or API without managing servers. You just upload your code, Azure runs it. Perfect for ASP.NET Core, Node.js, React APIs. Okay. This is what beginners should use. This one. Okay. Next, Azure SQL databases. Okay, Azure SQL databases. So Azure SQL is a SQL server and cloud. Benefits of using this is no installation, automatic backup, secure, scalable. This is used by real enterprise apps. Next, this is the storage accounts. What is that? Storage accounts. So storage accounts stores the file. So this is basically used for storing the images, videos, documents, logs. Almost every apps, every applications uses this storage. Okay. So these are the main basic terms what we are going to use that, and how we can deploy also we will see going forward our videos. So this is that, and coming video what I do is I will go and create one app service. Okay, I will go and create one resource groups. In resource groups, how we can create app services, SQL database, storage accounts, everything we are going to cover it. So don't miss our Azure videos and ASP.NET Core videos, React videos. So for full details, you must subscribe our channel. Okay, thank you friends. Thank you all.